They keep the gases underground and out of the air. For doing this, the farmer earns a carbon credit, which he can sell, like wheat or corn or pork bellies, on a commodities exchange. And like any optimistic entrepreneur, the farmer hopes the market price of carbon will only go up from here.
Give you a card.
A carbon hunter like Sean Burns of Vancouver packages the deal for the farmers who have credits to sell.
Carbon hunters are looking for situations where they can represent or have 10,000 farmers through one opportunity, or 100,000 people through one opportunity. It's not easy to create a carbon credit. You got to hunt it down. You got to work with people like yourselves.
So we can...
It's a brand new field. There's very little sort of past experience. You're actually coming up with new science, new rules, new regulations.
In Alberta, which has established North America's first government-run carbon market, government scientists test samples of dirt to measure how much carbon has been retained in the soil by a farmer not tilling his field.
We generated about 1.5 million tons of carbon credits, and 60% of those were generated through actions farmers took on their fields to reduce greenhouse gases and store the carbon in the soil.
Let's calculate the soil organic carbon. Then we're going to calculate...
Once they've calculated how much greenhouse gas the farmer has trapped and kept out of the atmosphere, they issue what's called a carbon credit. 1 metric ton of carbon dioxide kept out of the air for 1 year equals 1 carbon credit.
I want to take you guys with me. Go to Jucaí Beach. You want to go in? You want to go to Brazil?
So how does a guy like Sean Burns figure out what a carbon credit is worth in the marketplace? Well, for him, it took an MBA from Cornell University, a personal interest in the environment, and a wife who's willing to take a risk.
She thought I was crazy. Because it really means, quitting your day job and going back to school to get involved and have a startup company in a brand new industry that no one knows anything about. You could show the whole process on one diagram.
If he gets the math right, if he hits the market with the right deal at the right time, he and his partners could make millions of dollars. The hard part is convincing new clients, like the farmers, that the price is right and now's the time to go to market. The Laniers have been farming this land for generations, growing wheat and alfalfa they ship around the globe. They know in the age of climate change, they've got a valuable new crop.
I suspect that the carbon's worth more than they're offering. You don't often take the first offer sort of thing.
It's probably going to get huge when you look at the oil companies and the numbers that they deal in. If you sell the carbon credits at the wrong time, you're probably going to get much less than the value they are going to be.
Here's the basic math. The Lanier Farm is 3,300 acres of untilled soil. Scientists test the soil and find that it stores 0.2 metric tons of carbon per acre per year. A carbon hunter like Sean then does all the paperwork to make the Laniers eligible for 660 carbon credits per year.
I'd really be interested to talk with you. Documenting hot air is a difficult thing for people to believe in. People think that somehow carbon credits are a way for polluters to get away with polluting.
The idea of global carbon trading was hatched at the United Nations Summit in Rio in 1992.
We cannot be complacent unless the agreements reached here are accompanied by real commitments.
Canada's Maurice Strong, as head of the summit, made a revolutionary suggestion. Why not pay people for keeping carbon out of the atmosphere? It was the birth of greenhouse gas pollution as a tradable commodity.
What we're going to see is the expansion of the importance and the value of that commodity beyond any